What are you doing?
It's cover day. Hey everybody, welcome back to Wander Freely. Today we are going to be putting a cover on our Aunt Gladdy. And we're a little bit about why we're doing that. So we're going to be here for a little while and we're getting into the cold months. And you may have already seen our video on winterizing. So one last step that we want to do to help protect Aunt Gladdy when the cold weather comes in is we're going to put this cover on it. So we did some shopping online. We actually ordered it online. It's a Camco, our fifth wheel cover made specifically for 26 to 28 foot fifth wheels, which is right about where we're at. So we're hoping that this thing's going to be a real good fit. This is our first time putting a cover on Aunt Gladdy, so we'll see how it goes.
She might fight us.
Good chance she's going to fight us. It's a relatively calm day, which is a good start. So this thing won't be blowing all over the place. So we're hoping for the best and come along, see how we do. So our very first step before we even do anything with the cover is we want to go around the camper and look for any sharp edges or things that might snag the cover if it gets windy out, and we certainly don't want to rip that nice new cover that we got. So what I did, I've got some old towels that I just cut up, and I've identified a few areas right off the bat. I'm going to hit the corners where the little gutters stick out. I'm going to cover them with the towels and just kind of tape these in place to hold them till we get the cover on. And I'm also going to put some towels up on the corners where the awnings are, because they look like they could be some areas that could potentially snag the cover. So we're going to start with that first. I'll get that done. And I'm also, while I'm up there, we're parked under some trees here, so I'm going to blow. I've got a gas blower. I'm going to take it with me. I'm going to blow off all the leaves, get all the debris off the top of the camper before we do anything with the cover. So you can see the blue towels up there. I've got them on the corners and around the awning. They're taped down and held in place so they can smooth out those edges. Now we're ready to get the cover on, so I'm going to try and lug this thing up to the roof. Okay, so we got everything out of the bag, and we've got obviously the main cover here. There's a bunch of these bungee type of straps which we're going to be using at the bottom of the cover to attach to the frame of the fifth wheel. So I'm actually going to toss these down for now. We don't need them up here. This is a patch kit that came with it. Also don't need that up here. And then the instructions, which we will definitely be taking a good look at. Here we have a couple of straps. I believe we're going to be using these at the nose of the fifth wheel, but I'll find out for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Getting there. Yeah. All right, so you can see it's looking pretty good. We started on top and we rolled. Basically, I unrolled it so that I could find the back of the cover. The instructions said that it was rolled up in such a way that that would be easy. I didn't experience that myself. What was really helpful was that the material...
You didn't experience
I didn't experience the easy part. So I tried to unroll it the way they did in the instructions, and it just didn't work. Actually, I had the thing turned 90 degrees from what it should be, so I'm not sure about the roll. But what was really helpful was that the material that was on the roof was actually like a different pattern, so I could identify what the roof part was, and then I knew where the sides and the back were. So what was also very helpful, there was a big sticker you can see there. It says front. There's a similar sticker that says back. I found that, so I knew I was dealing with the back. And as soon as the back part of this cover has like elastic on the bottom of it. So once we rolled the whole thing out, we got the back down and kind of looped underneath the bumper so that it grabbed on. And once that happened, the sides kind of just fell into place, and then I worked my way up front and pulled that down. So at this point, I just want to read up. There's some bungee cords that I'm going to be kind of strapping to the bottom of the cover to attach to the frame. I want to see how that goes. And then we'll see about getting this thing tightened down. So these are the little bungee cords we were talking about. They've got a loop at this end. There's about 5 of these straps on either side of the cover. So we'll loop that through there and tie it off at a certain height. And then this will stretch down. This is just a piece of aluminum inside this felt that you can bend into a hook. And we have this metal paneling that's got a strong edge on it that bends up underneath. So the frame is all concealed. I can't hook onto like a major frame member, so we're going to be hooking onto this metal here, and that'll hook like so and stretch up like that to keep all this tight for when it gets windy out. So now we have the sides strapped down and in place. Now we moved around to the front. We've got these straps that go across and clip in here. So I'm just going to tighten that down. I'll do the same thing on the back. And then that's pretty much it. There's a couple of extra little loops around the edges here that I think I'm actually just going to get some bungee cords that I have and just tie a couple more points down. But then that's really it. This thing's done. The cover's on and it's a good fit. So that's as good as we're going to get on this one. So again, we got the same straps back here. We're just going to tighten those down. And then on the lower one, I put the cover over the wheel. I figured, why not? There was enough slack. So that's why it's sticking out like this. So we'll just tighten this down like so. And we're good to go. So I hope that was helpful for our first RV cover experience. I think it went really well. Actually, I would say start to finish probably took about an hour. Definitely helpful if you have 2 people. But I think it can be done with 1. Yeah, it definitely can be. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and we'll see you again soon.
Lucky, say hi. No, there she goes.
To wander freely.